日本時間6月17日、ドジャースの大谷翔平選手が本拠地でのレイズ戦に1番 DH で先発出場をしました。この日の大谷選手は両チーム無得点の6回裏に今季15号の決勝ソロ本塁打を放ち、4打数1安打1打点でチームの勝利に貢献しました。試合後、両軍のメディアからは大谷選手を絶賛するコメントで溢れていました。また、本塁打を打たれたレイズのラスムッセン投手は、翔平には輝かしい未来が待っていると思いますよと記者を笑わす場面も。ここからはその様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
Tomorrow, Shohei Ohtani is scheduled to be pitching for the Dodgers in the noon start series finale. Just a few days ago, he had to sit out the series opener in Chicago because of left knee inflammation. That knee is a big topic of conversation earlier today with Dave Roberts as we head inside the stadium once again. David Bassett joins us live with more on Shohei the pitcher. DV.
All right, John, and yeah, talking about the ABS and Ohtani's last start in Pittsburgh, he had some ABS regret. He felt like he should have challenged a few pitches that could have changed the dynamic of that seventh inning, but the left knee started to flare up in that same start in Pittsburgh, and Shohei said his pitching mechanics caused the inflammation in his left knee. Well, I watched him yesterday. He threw 38 pitches off flat ground, which is a lot more than he usually throws. And then Dave Roberts earlier today went out to watch him get ready for his bullpen session.
I wouldn't say concerned, but I think we're certainly mindful that he wants to be out there. He wants to make his start. But again, the catch play, how he feels, the swelling is completely dissipated. So those signs right there give us confidence that he's going to be fine. But yeah, we'll certainly have a watchful eye though, yeah.
Do you think you might have to watch him during the start, like a little closer than usual, just knowing what he's going through?
I will, yeah. I think that, anyone that has anything kind of potential red flag, certainly be more watching closely. But again, he wouldn't start if we felt that we were going to put him in harm's way.
Just like some maybe like mechanical flaws in the way he was landing led to the knee things, or anything that like they identified or like tweaked in his delivery this week.
He was talking about, closing himself off might have kind of added to kind of the stress on the front knee. So there might be like a little tweak to kind of keep it a little bit more straight or open. I'm not sure. But that's kind of, his mechanics are his mechanics. But I don't know if something changed in Pittsburgh, which I doubt, but that's something I kind of heard.
Just want to make sure, is he going to do both?
I haven't decided that yet. We'll see.
Guys, I watched Ohtani throw his bullpen session today. He threw 24 pitches. He threw almost every pitch except his split-fingered fastball, so all is well. The most important part is he came out of that bullpen session with his left knee, not giving him any issues. The only caveat to tomorrow is he may not lead off in DH. Dave Roberts said he was still deciding that.
All right, we'll wait and see on that tomorrow, but a lot to get through tonight in this one, DV. Thank you very much. And we heard Dave Roberts talking about it, Dontrell, where Shohei felt like he was maybe closing himself off, and that was creating some of the left knee inflammation. Do you have any concerns or things that you'll be watching for from him tomorrow after what he went through in the last start?
Well, first of all, the way he be throwing the baseball, he's in the Cy Young race. I don't want him to make adjustments to anything. So that's what the first thing that is alarming about this. But also, when you make certain tweaks, that could put stress and strain not only on the elbow, but the shoulder. And you do not want him to be lost, because if he is lost, he's lost offensively and defensively as well. You see the way that he's throwing. No one is spinning the baseball better than him. No one is throwing harder than him more consistently besides Jacob Mizorowski in Milwaukee, that monster. But you love what you're seeing from him, so I don't want him to make adjustments thus far, but you have to take precautionary because Shohei is pitching very well, and it's going to be hard to take the ball out of his hand.
Yeah, the weight that you come down the hill, the worst leg of the two to have a problem with is your landing leg. Your back leg you can stabilize, you can build off of, you can fall down the hill, but you want to land closed, and you don't want to land too close, and you don't want to be too open. So there's a balance to these stresses, and every time you make an adjustment, there's a different stress to a different part of your body. So I understand there's concern, but he's not injured. Everybody kind of plays hurt. He's not injured. He's probably going to be fine. He can make the adjustments. He understands his body. And if you watch the videos of how he comes through the baseball, when he lands close, and then the heel pops out from the pressure he's putting in from twisting his hips. And then all of a sudden he takes the weight off his leg and he kind of jumps up. And when he does that, that is helping his knee. So hopefully he'll find that rhythm that he'll be fine.
Than any other starter the last couple of weeks. This is one of the bats, though, that he's going to have to try to control. This Dodger lineup is star-studded, but Shohei Ohtani in 12 games this month, he's got 5 multi-hit games, 17 total hits. 8 of them have gone for extra bases, including 4 home runs, the .378 average, but how about a .509 on base percentage? He is willing to take his walks. He is a tough customer at the top of this lineup. We'll see.
The bottom of the 6th to the top of the order. Shohei Ohtani leads off and cracks a high-liner. Deep center field. Here it is. Gone. It just takes Ohtani to snap this pitcher's duel. Well, the game started to take on that feel that it was going to take something extraordinary to get to one of these two pitchers. And the ultimate trump card right there. Strike on Pages.
Yeah, 92-mile-an-hour cutter. He jumped all over that thing. 107 miles an hour, dead center. And we haven't seen solid contact off of Rasmussen at all. It just been a lot of soft. You mentioned the 4 hits, 2 of them blooper hits. I wonder if Shohei ever just, he's walking through the house, walks by the mirror and just says, God, man, I am sweet. Dominate at the plate, dominate on the mound.
Here's a broken bat roller. Walls ranges over there to get it. And a nice play to get Pages. He picks up a Canada Corte and
I mean, do you think he ever amazes himself? It just sits back and goes, man, I can't believe I did that. I don't think he does. I think he probably sees all of this or has seen all of it in his mind.
Rojas thinking to Corte. A ball on Freddie Freeman. We check in with Vassay.
Yeah, those two guys got a playful banter going on after mostly Ohtani home runs, but last night Rojas hit his, and he told Ohtani, he pointed to the suite level and asked him whether or not Decoy was in the house. That was their little added celebration these days.
Shohei is 15th, 1 shy of Max Muncy for the team lead. So serious.
Right.
Hey, those DeCorte ads. Occasionally catches himself in the mirror and thinks, I'm looking pretty good.
Damn, I'm sweet.
On to the bottom half of inning 6. Shohei Ohtani stepping in for the 3rd time tonight. Drew Rasmussen back out there on the mound, and the first pitch is swung on and a fly ball to deep center. Simpson's going to run out of room, and that one is gone. On the first pitch, Ohtani hits his 15th home run of the year, lifting that one out to dead center. 1-0 LA.
The pitch that had given Ohtani trouble was that cutter that he uses as a slider. This one catches too much plate. And boy, look at the weight transfer, the power transfer, and that leverage swing of Ohtani. Just lift that ball with ease out there to straightaway center field. I mean, not a stride at all. A weight transfer, and then he catches that ball clean.
First run of the game comes here in the 6th. Well, Ohtani had gone 0 for 7 with 5 strikeouts against Rasmussen before the home run. Ground ball grabbed nicely by Walls in the throw. It's a good play right there by Taylor Walls. So Ohtani 0 for 7 5 strikeouts before the home run against Drew Rasmussen.
And it was almost like he was waiting. He's like, you know what? My first 2 at-bats, he's gotten me to swing and miss at that cutter, or that, use it more as a slider to Shohei. But he got me to swing and miss at that pitch a couple of times in my first 2 ABs. I'm just going to go up there and sit on it because I'm going to see it again.
Yep.
And he didn't get the crispest cutter, and he's able to barrel it. I mean, that's just what the great ones do.
Freddie Freeman with a 1-0 count.
And I'll tell you what, I think if that's a first pitch fastball strike, I think he takes it.
Yep.
I think he was just going to sit and wait for that particular pitch.
Yeah, I think you make a good case.
I mean, it can't hurt, right? He's had no success off of him.
Yep.
So the pitch that is giving me the most trouble, I'm going to sit on it. And if he leaves one in the zone,
that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Well, it's 395 to dead center. And then there's the ball right there, up there on the screening.
Such a tease.
Yes.
You know how many people, for any kind of a home run ball, but an Ohtani home run ball in Los Angeles?
Yeah. Go back to Ohtani.
He gets that cutter and just lambaste it. I mean, just has a good look at it. Drew knew what the result was. Ohtani knew what the result was. He's done it too many times. Look at that, up on his tiptoe and then plant that front leg and lift.
You know, and if you think you see him do that kind of thing a lot, you do. He hits over 400 on the first pitch. He came into this game hitting 412 on the first pitch.
And what about, we talked about Drew coming in. He doesn't give up anything on the first pitch because the quality strikes. Longest home runs here at Dodger Stadium is all over that list.
Shohei Ohtani.
And so you're feeling really good about the way that Drew Rasmussen was throwing the baseball. Well, guess what? He didn't really disappoint tonight at all.
Shohei, an hour and 52-minute game. I guess this gives you enough sleep to get ready to pitch tomorrow.
3時間の試合、明日寝れますねって。そうですね、そういう意味では良かったなと思います。
Shohei, Drew Rasmussen was pretty good tonight. What information did you take in the previous at-bats to jump on that first pitch?
先発ピッチャーすごい良かったですけども、相手、3打席目どういう調整をしたんですか？そこまでの3打席目を2打席を踏まえて、ボールの軌道だったりとかっていうのを修正しながら、甘い球がたまたま来たのでいい結果になって良かったなと思います。
Shohei, when you perform the way you performed tonight, the way you've been performing lately, do you feel how much confidence you give the rest of the team?
このパフォーマンスが上がることによって、もうチームみんながすごい自信を持つっていうのは感じてますか？一人一人が仕事をできれば、その中で今日みたいにたまたまね自分一人で打つこともあれば、みんなでつないで得点する時もあるので、基本的なチーム全員と打線の中の一人としてしっかり機能できれば嬉しいなと思ってます。
Good team win. Thank you for stopping. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you.
There he goes, Shohei Ohtani, tomorrow's starting pitcher, solo home run, difference in the game tonight.
And he should be well rested for pitching tomorrow at noon here at the Ravine after the Dodgers get the win in an hour and 52 minutes. Dontrell, these guys would still be playing if not for Shohei Ohtani and that one swing of the bat there in the 6th inning.
You know what? That was a slider, and it was middle, and Shohei was geared up to be able to engage in that pitch. And so that's what the big man can do. He can win ball games by himself. This was a pitch that he knows Rasmussen throws that ball, and as soon as that ball's barreled, he knows he's not getting that baseball back. I've thrown more pitches than Oral Hershiser has done that, but in that situation, when it's a 0-0 ball game, one mistake either wins it or loses it. And Shohei Ohtani, time after time, he has done this. He's lifted his ball club. And then let me tell you something. There wasn't a lot of quality at bats from the Dodgers from the lineup because this was a tough matchup for him. We talked about it in the pregame show. But when you have one of the best, if not the best player in all of baseball, he can do this, and this was a huge win. And this was a postseason next type battle where options were not there. There were not a lot of scoring options with this team. But Shohei Ohtani, time and time again, I've been on this desk, he can do this light tower power, and he got it done today.
He's got power like you had. He does it a little more consistently, but you know what it's like. And you know what? He was on time. When you're on time the way he is, you're going to stay hot. And he has been hot, and he's staying hot. And when you're on time and you're hitting a slider to the opposite field, he's very confident he's not going to get beat by the fastball. And I do think there was some scouting report in his head to attack the first pitch that's a breaking ball / cutter, because he's looking for something to win the game with. And he got the pitch to do it, and he didn't miss it.
The first month and a half of the season, a lot of people were wondering what's going on with Shohei at the plate. He was searching for his swing, but since May 12th, Oral, he has been arguably the best hitter in all of baseball. And you just look at the last 6 games, he's hit 4 home runs.
Yeah, and he talked about fixing his posture. He did take 1 batting practice out on the field, but he talked about fixing his posture. And when you fix your posture, your spine's working properly, your weight's in the right place. When you go into your load, he's not moving his head now. So when he loads his lower half and he cocks his shoulders a little bit, his eyes are still, and he's picking up the ball early.
You know what? His sights are to left center, and that tells me you let the baseball travel deep and how you can cover the slider and the velocity. He can miss-hit that ball and still muscle it out of left like he's a right-handed batter. That's what he's doing, and I love what you said about being quiet at the plate, because if you're running hard and you're trying to spin out, all of a sudden it makes you susceptible to the ball that is away from you. Right now you're seeing him get base hits to the opposite field, and when he's starting to be able to lock in, you have power to line to line.
Well, that was something. I don't remember the last game that moved like that. 1-0, the Dodgers behind Justin Robleski and a Shohei Ohtani home run in an hour 52.
Talk to me, right? A day game tomorrow. Hey, I think the thing, though, is Robleski just going out and setting the tone, pounding the strike zone. And it wasn't sure how that was going to work, because this team does put the ball in play. Robleski in the pitching, obviously Ohtani, and as you mentioned at the top of the show, the defense was elite for the Dodgers this evening.
Your cap to Shohei Ohtani, one of the greatest to do it. That was, you got you earlier on a cutter, you got him, and then he seemed to be waiting for that pitch.
Yeah, good player. I think he's got a bright future.
Whether you expected it or not, you've become an integral part of the rotation, team leading 8 wins. How do you feel about what you've been able to contribute?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I feel great. Thanks Shohei for tonight. That was great. It feels great to kind of, I guess, pitch well and pitch well for a team like this. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun for me.
Career high in pitches for Drew, 17 swings and misses, another 7-inning start. How masterful was he, except for maybe 1 pitch to Shohei?
Yeah, he was pretty outstanding. He's really outstanding. And, Shohei, I think he had got him on a cutter earlier in the game, and then Rass is trying to get ahead, right there in the 7th inning or 6th inning, whatever it was, and Shohei was ready for it, but couldn't be more impressed with the way Rass went about it. And look, early on, he was struggling to throw first pitch strikes, but didn't let it frustrate him. He kind of got back in the zone. I thought his best work was probably the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th inning.
Go right into the Access 360. This is one of my favorite swings. I just mentioned it. It is a quiet fury when you see this swing. This is a cutter at 92 miles an hour, and you see right when he barrels it, he knows that baseball is not coming back. You look at the launch angle, you know it's already past Simpson. All he can do is just watch and enjoy that beautiful swing, and that is a huge one. You see the cutting action, middle in, not in enough, Oral, to really tie Shohei up. The barrel stays down, head through the baseball. Quiet little swing. You look at the launch angle, 27%. That is a perfect, listen, swing like that with that launch angle, no ballpark in America is going to hold him. And that baseball, you look how many feet, he went to big man land. When you go to center field like that, I call it the big man land. It's easy to go line to line, but when you have that type of power and it's that easy to generate, you don't even have to square a baseball up. You can muscle it out of any ballpark, and that's what happened.
And you said he was going to go Oppo Taco. That was just barely left of center, so it counts.
It still
just
counts.
enough.
I'll get a half a square, but you know what? He continues to amaze us, man. He's been so stellar in a Dodger uniform. I forgot that he won 2 MVPs down the road.
Yeah. What is Shohei kind of done differently at the plate to get some of the power back that was missing?
I think it's just we talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's just near missing the baseball in the sense of he was hitting the ball hard, doubles, some singles, and then if he was just missing it a little bit, there was going to be slug. And so that's what's happening. Seeing the baseball well, swinging at good pitches, and then like we've always talked about, when he used a big part of the field, there's just no one better.
One last one for you, Ohtani.
Does his confidence, is that contagious for the rest of the team when he performs the way he's been performing?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of just like a domino effect. It goes all the way down. So if he gets hot, then the next person gets hot, and then it just goes down the line.
Why were you the guy with the seeds?
I don't know, because Pajes was up.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。